Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Hi everyone, Sue here at 1A Auto, and today we're going to be putting front sway bar links in our 03 Tundra. This part came from 1A Auto, so if you need this part or any other part for your car, click on the link below and head on over to 1AAuto.com. To start with, I'm going to definitely spray these down, top and bottom. There's a nut on the bottom and a nut on the top. Let those soak. So I'm going to start with the top nut, and this one is a 16 millimeter, but it could be because it's rusted and I can't tell if it's aftermarket. To take the tire off, I have the vehicle down on the ground with the weight on it so I can break the lug nuts free. 21 millimeter socket. I'm going to go all the way around. There we go. Now it's clear to raise up in the air. You can use a jack with jack stands. I'm going to use my 2-post lift. So I ended up taking the tire off and just make it easier for access to. You don't have to take the tire off, but with the tire off I can work easier and we can give a better video shot. Let's see, there it is. Take that top bushing and nut off. Discard it. So the bottom nut is a 17 millimeter socket. Sounds like War of the World. There we go. Nope, the inside. Spindle spinning, of course. That's the way it works. So now I'm gonna try to get a big pair of locking pliers in there. See something if I can hold it. So I've tried everything. Locking pliers on the back here, wrenches, heated it up. This nut is not coming off. The sway bar link joint just keeps spinning in place. So I'm going to cut the nut off. Okay, I'm going to get an air tool and chisel that right off. Here we have the new sway bar link from 1AAuto.com on this side, and here's the original equipment that came out from this 03 Toyota Tundra. The one from 1A comes with all sorts of bushings for you. It depends on the style that the factory came with. There's a square one or seated one. Our model here actually came with, looks like the you can take it off and you can see. I don't see a dimple. So I'm going to say this particular one came with the square one. So you put the flat washer on, the bigger one of the two. And then when you put it through the sway bar, you'd put the next bushing on. Then your top washer. And a lock nut. And it gives you a choice of either one. Whether you want the one with the thread lock or the lock nut. It's been pinched, so once it goes on, it's on, it doesn't back out. If you need this part or any other part for your car, click on the link below and head on over to 1AAuto.com. To install, we're going to take the hardware off. I'm going to put that in the sway bar first and then pry the link up. I can move that stud a little bit, hopefully. There we go. And line it up into the... There we go. Now I'm going to put the locking nut on the bottom. And I could put the top bushing in, flat washer, and then the locking nut. I'm going to pull down on the flat washer so the bushing gets crushed a little bit. See if I can start this nut by hand. Nice, there we go. Okay, now it's time to tighten up. So to tighten it up, you don't want the stud to move on the sway bar link, so I have a 9mm Allen head, and the link comes with this slot for an Allen, and I'm going to hold on to the nut with the 18mm wrench, and I'm going to just tighten it up. Okay, so now that I've worked it all the way down to the stud, to the bottom, I'm going to tighten it up. Take that out. I'm going to see if I can really give it one good last tug. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to move to the top, tighten that down. So it's a 16mm socket. I chose to tighten the bottom first, I think for obvious reasons. If that's tight, then the shaft can't spin while I try to tighten up the nut. And that's why I took it off the other way. I took the top nut off first before I took the bottom one out. So you want to, when you tighten these, you want the top bushing. It's going to start to squish, and the bottom will not bottom out because the suspension is hanging. So you want to tighten it till the top bushing is starting to round out close to the washer. If you have a, after you're done putting the tire on, you lower it to the ground, you can adjust them if you think there's too much movement, because you don't want the banging to go down the road when you hear it. If you tighten them both way too tight, these bushings will just split, and you'll have to do this job again within a couple of months. So that's where I'm going to tighten it, and I'm going to check it again on the ground with the tire on and the suspension off the load. So now the driver's side is installed. We're going to repeat the process over on the passenger side. Okay. So now we can remount our tire. All right, so I like to lock it up. And I'll put the lug nuts on by hand. I'll snug them right down to the rim. Then I'll lower it down on the ground. Now I'm ready to torque my wheel, and it's 83 foot-pounds in a star pattern. One more time around.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.